Hey, thanks for watching 4-Color Commentary. I'm Mark Allen, and got a bit of a haul here that I wanted to go over with. And unlike usually, I haven't even taken anything out of the bags or anything. I haven't gone through them. I haven't said, oh, I'm going to present this first and this in a group and these in a group. And you know, I haven't done any of that. Just wanted to wrap this off quick and went to vintage stock, two different vintage stocks. Two different vintage stock stores the last couple of days. Yesterday I was in Oklahoma City. Went to one of the vintage stocks there, and then one in Joplin today, taking advantage of their BOGO sale. They have a weekend BOGO sale. I honestly don't even remember what it's about or why they're having it, but they had it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so buy one, get one on all back issue comics, graphic novels, that kind of thing. And so to begin with yesterday's bits. Now, a few of these, honestly, sometimes don't know why I buy what I buy. Maybe you're like that as well. Generally, I buy stuff that I like and I enjoy. There's also stuff that I buy that I think I'll be able to flip. There's also stuff that I buy that is related to what I've read before and really enjoyed. There's stuff that I buy that goes on the spinner rack for the boys. And sometimes all that stuff intersects. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different reasons why I buy what I buy. To wit, what if Iron Man lost the Armor Wars? This is one that will go on the spinner rack. And as it was in the dollar books, as most of these are, in fact, all of these are. No, two exceptions. We'll get to those in a moment. But they were 50 cents. They're buy one, get one, so they're effectively 50 cents. So that's a great, I love the Armor Wars, the original, not the second one so much, but I love the original one, and so that'll be a fun read. I've never read that Iron Man story before. I also sometimes grab these Cerebus bi-weeklies. Now, Cerebus was the long-running independent comic, and I don't even off the top of my head remember the Aardvark's creator's name. Cerebus was an Aardvark, and I don't remember his name. The creator, Mike McCormick at Comic Empire, would be disgusted because he was a big Cerebus fan. But anyway, I buy the bi-weeklies because they're reprints of even the early issues. Like this one here is a reprint of Cerebus #2. One day, I'm going to go back and read those. I haven't yet. I've got a couple of handfuls of them. This is, they don't all have issue numbers. They have dates on them. So it's a reprint of November 24th, 1989's Cerebus. Is that right? I guess that would be right. January 27th. No. Sorry. My bad. That one didn't have, that was when it was reprinted. I don't know what issue number that is because it doesn't say. That's Prince Valiant on the front, obviously, but it doesn't say what issue that is. One of you might be able to tell me down in the comments. This one reprints Cerebus #5 from 1978. It's in its entirety, and that's all of the Cerebus. I usually just find them in little handfuls. You don't find very many of them together in the cheap boxes. And then I've got some odd Alpha Flights. I'm going back and getting the Alpha Flight, a lot of the Alpha Flight books. I mean, look, there were this is the one book that I know of that was. I wanted to like it even after I liked it when the creative switch between John Byrne and his crew and the crew that was doing the Incredible Hulk switched, and back in the 80s, talked about that not too long ago. But Alpha Flight got to where it was so bad sometimes, but there were just flashes of interesting things and interesting art. And characters that you wanted to see do better. But anyway, I just grabbed Alpha Flight #113. Win Shear is taking Guardian on there, and Win Shear later becomes a member of Alpha Flight. I remember this. I've owned most of these before, and I've been starting to pick them up again. I don't know why, because they were 50 cents. And 114, Alpha Flight 114, with the bloody cover there, introduces some new character. I'm not sure which one. An all-new mysterious menace. Weapon Omega goes wild. Beta Flight and battle action. Check out the gory details inside. So there's Alpha Flight #114. And then Alpha Flight #122. I did like, and I will say this, I always enjoyed the Pat Broderick art, his run on the book. Now, this was number 4 in a 4-issue limited series, Alpha Flight. I'm not sure even what the storyline here was, but it teased a special featuring a special reunion, Alpha Flight artists, past, present, and future. Honestly, picked it up just to see which Alpha Flight artists jumped on that book or did a guest stint on that book. There's from last night. Those are vintage stocks from last night. This is a vintage stock from Joplin, the one in the mall out on Range Line Road, if you're familiar with Joplin. Now, again, dollar books. They're by being 50 cents a piece. You know what a sucker I am. At 50 cents a piece, even though I have a copy, I could not turn down another Turok #1 with the foil cover and the chromium cover. It's in the plastic. I'm not going to take it out, but I did take it out to look at it. It's a very, very nice copy. No creases, no spine breaks. Even the chromium is pretty clear. Not many scratches on it, anything like that. And then again, even though I have it, Shadow Man number 0 chromium cover. And again, this one is a double cover, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out in case you've never seen it before. But here we go, Shadow Man. And I didn't follow Shadow Man, but here's what I do love. I like Bob Hall's artwork. Bob's a guy that goes way back to he goes back to the Silver Age, I believe. He's a Marvel guy for the most part, but works for Marvel, I think, primarily. But great artist. And then Ghost Rider and Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance number 9. This is the first appearance of a villain. I remember when I first got this comic back in the day, back in the 90s. And it would have, I'll see what year it is, but I really enjoyed, 1993. Really enjoyed this character. I believe his name is Vengeance. I want to say that's it, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it's his first appearance of this character. He is Ghost Rider's antithesis, Ghost Rider's nemesis, Ghost Rider's assassin. Of course, he's a big bruiser of a guy, and he does have an interesting look. Someone out there is screaming his name at me, and I think it is Vengeance, but I'm probably wrong, because again, I picked it up, I saw it, I was like, oh, I used to have that, and it was 50 cents, and it was a first appearance, so boom. Oh, there you go. Ooh. Yep, I was right. It is Vengeance, and there's a big 2-page spread, first appearance of Vengeance. Drawn by a Kubert, Adam Kubert to be precise. So anyway, picked that up for 50 cents. Not bad, man. The way, look, when it's a book that you enjoyed, the art is good, the story is solid, it's first appearance, and it's 50 cents, you know, why not? I mean, everybody's digging the first appearances these days now, even though the Ghost Rider series, I think, what was it, Hulu was going to do a Ghost Rider TV series. That's been canceled. That's got to sting. That's got to hurt Marvel. But anyway, but hey, it was worth picking up. Got a couple of odd Guardians comics. Guardians of the Galaxy number 15. You knew I was working on the 90s run. And number 19, first appearance of Talon. And hey, again, just first appearances. Not flipping here. Not just doing it just to flip. Not what do you call it? Not prospecting here. Not, you know, I'm just not doing that. But I'm reading the series. I'm going back because this Guardians series from the 90s doesn't get enough love. Greg Valentino just did great work on there. And Jim Valentino, I'm sorry. I think I was thinking about the wrestler, Greg Valentine. Anyway, Jim Valentino did great work. And it was great characters, great future versions of Marvel characters. Also came across a really nice copy of Captain Canuck number 12. Again, for 50 cents. Good, nice. I mean, back issues of Captain Canuck, the Bronze Age stuff, not easy to find in the wild in great condition. This one's in great condition. For 50 cents, it was a no-brainer. And then a book that I just talked about, just did an affordable firsts on this book. This released it, put it up on YouTube yesterday, and that is Eclipse Monthly number 1. I found another one, another nice issue. These books, I cannot believe these books just sitting there in the dollar box. You got Steve Ditko's first appearance of Static. I mean, it's a Steve Ditko character, first appearance. You've got you've got Rio, the first appearance of Rio, the Western cowboy character of Doug Wildey, the creator of Jonny Quest. And so this book is for that especially, not for the Ditko stuff so much, but for the Doug Wildey. That's huge, and that's culturally significant as you know, as to the medium, and it's important. So first appearance of Rio by Doug Wildey, the creator of Jonny Quest, and so there's that. Now, two more things. These were the only things that were not dollar box finds, so they weren't 50 cents, but they were B.O.G.O, buy one get one, and it was the first 2 volumes of Indestructible Hulk, both written by Mark Waid. The first one with art by Leniel Francis Yu, and the next one with art by Walt Simonson. But these are hardcover books. This one's the first 5 issues. This one, the next 6 through 10. But hardbacks, that's like a hardback book, double that size for 10 bucks. Okay, $5 a piece. Great. This is going to be fun. Sometimes I just want to read something, really just a long run of something, and there's more. There was at least 2 more collections of Waid's Indestructible Hulk out there. I don't know how many more after that, but anyway. So hey, so far, you know, on the weekend comic buy, took great advantage of the B.O.G.O sale at Vintage Stock. Put those over there. And then we'll get to, I went to Hurley's Heroes. Can't go to Joplin without making a stop at Hurley's Heroes. And Hurley's Heroes has just a fantastic back issue collection. I mean, at least the ones I know of are $1. I don't believe they have any books up on the wall. They do a lot of gaming there and such as that, and they sell a lot of trades, and they do new comics, but lots of dollar books. And again, some of this was discoveries, and some of that I'll flip, and some was just stuff that I enjoyed in the 90s. To wit, I enjoyed the new Marvel, the Marvel Comics 2 stuff. That's the world that Spider-Girl came out of. But it also had other great books, other versions of the Fantastic Four. And actually, I say they started in the 90s, 1999. So, turn of the century, Millennium Comics. But I enjoyed the J2 comic because it, you know, I like the whole idea of the son of Juggernaut trying to make good, being a hero, and plus just the Tom DeFalco writing and Ron Lim art. But anyway, about issues 3 and 4, because these were great SmackDown issues, man. You got J2 going up against the Hulk, testing his mettle, if you will, against the J Giant, the Green Goliath, and the Emerald ugly guy. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so you got this great SmackDown, and then I honestly don't remember this one. I remember the cover. I don't remember reading it. But the very next issue, number 4, he finally finds his dad. And of course, you know, if J2's going to find his dad, there's going to have to be, you know, a few fisticuffs just to kind of, you know, he's going to, I'm sure Juggy's going to try to take his boy in hand there and teach you to disrespect your father, you young whippersnapper. Anyway, a few others. Of course, reading the Azrael series. I have been reading the Azrael series and finding, I never read it before, ever. Just odd issues here and there as they tied into Batman stories. And, man, just great stuff. I've read the first 7 issues, great stuff. And got number 8 and number 9. So I can continue reading those. And, okay, let's see, what else did I find? I picked these up on a whim. Some of these books I will press and then put on eBay, but I picked these up because the Gargoyles, the Marvel Gargoyles series, just not easy to find out there in the wild. And I'd like to read them sometime. I'd like to, you know, to kind of, you know, read them and see what they're all about. But they are kind of rare out there. They're hard to find, not easy to find. And so there's that. Now, this next book, this is a Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm going out there and getting the 90s Guardian series anyway. I'm going to read all of them, even the ones after Jim Valentino got off the book. This one I'm curious about because with all of the Venom and Carnage madness right now, I look at this costume that Vance Astro was wearing, and I go, is that a symbiote? Now, I don't know if it is. I'm not trying to start anything out there. What I'm saying is, if this is a symbiote of some kind, I haven't even read the story yet. If this is a symbiote of some kind, this Guardians of the Galaxy number 46 is flying under the radar of everybody out there that's going nuts for Venomized stuff and Carnage stuff, you know. So anyway, there's that. I can't wait to read that and read the stories, the other issues surrounding it, get the full story on that. I know that Vance Astro as a character, he had, you know, he was old and he wore a containment suit to preserve his life and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, still in the early rereading of that series and still kind of making it all, trying to get it all to make sense. All right. Crystar, the Crystal Warrior. Pick this up. Now this one, and then I've got one more. Pick these up because these are to flip. Crystar, the Crystal Warrior. There is some musician out there that has taken something, an image off the front cover to use as his image, and I don't know the history behind it. I just looked it up. I looked it up real quickly on the app, on one of my apps, and said this was a book that people were going after. It was in demand and back issues, so I bought it. But Crystar, the Crystal Warrior, number 8. Hey, it's all about feeding the need, feeding the habit, and to do that and not use money out of the checkbook, got to flip comics. So this next one, really happy to find this one. This is Next Men number 14. This is one that some are saying now is the actual first appearance of Hellboy. And it does have, what it is, there's a picture of a Hellboy poster in a panel. There's a Hellboy poster in someone's bedroom as they are looking through, as you're looking at the panel and looking into this person's room. Let me find the panel I'm referring to here. And as I look for that, I will tell you also that it even includes, in this comic, it includes copyright information on the Hellboy character. And this is before the first appearance, the first technical appearance of Hellboy ever hit the stands. People are talking about this. If you go on eBay and search Next Men number 14, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm looking for the panel. Sorry to keep you waiting there. Well, you know what? You're just going to have to believe me. But Hellboy number 14, it boasts, some say, the first appearance of Hellboy. I'm not claiming to believe it or not. I'm just saying people are paying for it more than $1, more than 50 cents, which I got it for. In fact, in the indicia, it says 1993 John Byrne, Hellboy, copyright 1993 Mike Mignola. The 1993 John Byrne was Action Max and the Blue Dahlia and Venture and Next Men and all that kind of stuff. But in there, in the indicia, Hellboy 1993 Michael Mignola. So anyway, it's in there. Go out and find it. Anyway, that's my haul. Not much. There's a little bit there, but enough to keep me reading for a while and bagging and boarding for a while, sorting for a while, and flipping for a short time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, do that. And thanks for watching 4 Color Commentary, and we'll see you next time.